All the characteristics that I think are extremely important for a football player, Michael had all those. One of the most unselfish players I've ever seen in my career, and a guy who just does not want to lose.
He is the guy. Give him the shot with no time on the clock. He'll take it. It's, water in the veins.
Deep ball left side, wants it all. They give it a touchdown. And who do you think it is? Michael Irvin. What I do? Make plays. Nothing but make plays, baby.
They called him the Playmaker, and no nickname ever fit better.
Going way down the field for Michael Irvin, bumping and grinding at the ball. He's got it. The ball. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brilliance by Michael Irvin. Brilliance.
In his 12-year career, Michael Irvin caught 750 passes. But statistics hardly measure what he meant to the Dallas Cowboys.
Up in the air, tip, caught, touchdown! Is it Michael Irvin or Michelangelo?
He was the most colorful Cowboy when the Cowboys were the most colorful team in football. There's no business like show business. There he is. Have a seat, Mike. Come on. What color is that?
I'm bad with colors.
After he retired, I sat down with Michael to talk about his career as one of football's most fashionable stars. Now, when you look at someone else, what's the first thing that you look at someone else's appearance?
You look at his shoes.
His shoes. When you were growing up, Michael, I read a story about you said that when you grew out of the shoes.
My dad just cut the top of them. Right, that's what he did. If your shoes got too small, he said, let me see them. He said, well, let's rub them good shoes. Boy, let me get them. And he'll cut right here and cut across there. And my toe is out. He said, see, they don't hurt your toe anymore, but them good shoes. And you wear them like that.
Once he put on a pair of spikes, Michael never worried about footwear again. He played a leading role in the Miami Hurricane dynasty, then joined the Cowboys, eager to do the same.
I met Michael probably the second day that I had owned the Cowboys. Had that same patented smile, and at that particular time said, Mr. Jones, we're going to have some fun together.
He stands, he throws it right, Irvin, crossing pattern, got it, might go, 45, 40, 30 to the 20, a man to beat, Woodson will get him at the 10, Irvin breaks free, Michael Irvin scores!
When you get ready to play against the Playmaker, first of all, you had to eat hearty all week long because you had to bring your behind with you. It was going to be a physical game.
He quickly became one of the NFL's best receivers and earned a deserving reputation as its most combative.
When he first came out, I watching film of him. He's fighting the defensive backs every play. He's fighting the guys. And I go, what is this kid doing?
I was at a coaches competition committee meeting once, and they were talking about offensive pass interference. And they were talking about the Michael Irvin rule. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Everybody always had a lot of admiration on the competition committee for the way Michael Irvin played the game. But it just got to be unfair because he was not only physical, he was intimidating.
You could see DBs that would actually just, scatter the guy. He has that big mouthpiece. One thing you can see is his eyes. Shorter guys be right there step for step, but, he would either, put that patented forearm on him or the elbow or just go over the top of him to be able to get the ball. When the game would be over, I would be, sore like I was in a boxing match or something like that.
Well, I can never outrun anybody, so I wanted to keep you on my hip.
So right, the ball's coming, then you give the guy...
Right, that's it. I kind of tuck him. He pushes me up and knocks himself back, and I'm right on the ball.
So when you're going out in the pattern, you don't care about the separation.
I don't even want it. I don't want the separation. I don't want separation. I don't want it early. I want separation late, right before the ball gets there.
His methods may have caused controversy, but Michael Irvin's purpose was as simple as a spike. All the antics were all about winning.
A lot of his behavior after he made a big play set the emotional tone for how the entire offense played.
He brought more than just a competitive spirit and a winner's attitude to the football field. He brought it into the locker room. He challenged guys. He emotionally got guys ready to play.
The only way we're going to get what we want to get is everybody be held accountable. Get your damn job done today. Run all damn day. We better run all day.
Fourth quarter come, I'm going to look you right in the eye and say, hey, boy, look here. I got a family to feed. Let's make these plays out of here.
Come on, man. I'm out here with you. I know what you're going through. I feel you. I know what they're going to do when we lose. I know they lynch us. We can't lose.
Michael Irvin used that every day of his life, that same charm, that same people skills. And he basically showed this team how to work. He showed this team how to win.
He was the player everybody else wanted to be. Early in his career, Michael Irvin was what Emmitt Smith wanted to be.
Me and Michael always wanted to be the last ones out. And when we come out of there, out of the tunnel, we always remind each other, make plays, make plays. You and I, deuce in 88, here we are. That was our attitude. Let's do it.
When they reached their first Super Bowl, the Cowboys' precocious stars were almost too nervous to shine.
I remember us walking out, Emmitt and that's the first time my knees ever buckled. I walked out, I was like, oh, I said, you felt that? Now his must have buckled at the same time too, because he looked at me like, yeah, you felt like I felt that.
Oh, you got butterflies. That's big, man. It is big. It's awfully bright out here. Oh yeah. A lot of damn people, huh?
He recovered in time to catch a pair of touchdown passes in the Cowboys' Super Bowl blowout of the Bills.
Irvin jumping, catches the three, diving, touchdown! Oh, what a play!
3 years later, Dallas had won 2 more Super Bowls. But only weeks after Irvin reached his apex on the field, off the field, he fell to his low point as he was arrested for drug possession.
When I got in my situation in Dallas, quite honestly, I remember I apologized after I had my trial, and I remember just thinking, God, I took something away from Dallas there, because that thing overtook Dallas. The whole situation just overtook it, and it was right in the middle of a Super Bowl celebration. We never really had a chance to finish celebrating winning the Super Bowl, and that took something away from me. That I regret. I regret going through. I regret taking Dallas through it.
Michael Irvin was probably the guy who, more than anyone, established them as a great team in the 90s, and was symbolic of their success and the way with which they achieved it. And at the same time, probably nobody did more to ruin the legacy, the rich tradition of the Cowboy franchise than Michael Irvin did.
Somebody asked me the other day, what do you tell your kids? Michael, you know, you've been an athlete and being a role model, and what do you tell your kids? What do I tell my kids? Hey, look, Daddy made mistakes. Look, you're gonna make mistakes. That's okay. Get back up and let's fight again. That's the greatest thing football has taught you. I mean, football's always taught you, hey, no matter how bad you got beat, no matter how bad somebody beat you down, there'll be a next week. Get back up and let's fight again.
Irvin fought literally until the last reception of his career, when a glancing blow in Philadelphia left him paralyzed for nearly 20 minutes.
Maybe the way that it ended for Michael, maybe that kind of epitomized his career, and that it may have been the only way you would have gotten him off the field, is to get him on a stretcher and wheel him off.
Although he had a sudden and unfortunate end to his career, the lasting impact Michael Irvin had on his teammates will never be forgotten.
When you really get a chance to get to know him and what he represents as an athlete, and the way he works, and the time he puts in, and the way that he's unselfishly willing to give up things for the betterment of the football team, if you don't get to see that, then you'll always misunderstand Michael. I'll be honest, if I was playing on another football team, I would have a hard time, understanding someone like myself saying those things about Michael, because you only see that other aspect of him. You only see the flamboyance.
In this world, we deal in images. Most of my teammates knew my character, and that was a great thing. They knew I was a man about them, a man like they are about me, a man of heart and loyal to them.
Knowing an individual inside, being around him and being able to feel his heartbeat, being able to feel his emotions and his love for the sport and his love for his teammates. That's the part that I know, and that's the part that I cling to, that's the part that I hold on to.
When I think of Michael, I remember the pictures and the images of Michael scoring touchdowns and smiling and hugging and laughing, and that's the Michael that I know. You really can't judge a man until you've walked in his shoes, and I don't know that there's that many people that could have walked in Michael's shoes and ultimately got where he got.
He came a long way from the days when his toes stuck out of his shoes. But no matter what he wore, Michael Irvin always had the look of a winner, and that never goes out of style.